products that people have seen me use quite often are going to be the sun ring, and you can see it's easily named because of the prongs that are coming out. So Wayne uses very specific alloys, very specific dimensions from how the prongs are measured and how far apart at what point. That is all what we call sacred geometry as far as how this is constructed. So this is a 4-inch ring and can reach out to 9 layers of aura. So as far as in your practice, or sorry, in your personal life, this is usually pretty good, especially if you just want to work with it on a personal level. So this here is the sun ring, and this here is the neutralizing ring. So this is what helps us to neutralize the 0-point energy field and bring something back down to sort of its original state, okay? Before all the mixes and collisions and everything like that have happened. Those are the two most popular products, the 4-inch rings. And then if we move to the 9-inch rings, the 9-inch rings have an extra added element to them in that they were made with sacred geometry, but they are in and of themselves the shape that this is made. 9 inches is also an added bonus because it is the geometric shape of the sacred geometry. So even though you're going to get major benefits from the 4-inch rings, you are going to get the added benefit of it being made with sacred geometry and in a sacred geometry shape. So you're now looking up to 22 layers of aura, and from me to the house across the street, I can clear energy from. So just an extremely much more powerful product, and it can help cleanse more of a house and more dealing with families. And I also like to use the 9-inch rings in my practice because they're much more powerful in dealing with people's energies that I might not be too familiar with. So we have both the neutralizing ring and the sun ring as well in a 9-inch. From a practitioner standpoint, I don't know that I'll get too much to it, but this is also an amazing tool. It is 3 pyramids that are stacked on top of each other. And the rings are really good for clearing the aura. But this one here is amazing for clearing in through the meridians and the chakras and helping to align energy that way. And so there'll be a lot of times where I will use this and have this and some other things going on at the same time. So we'll talk a little bit about that, but more from a practitioner standpoint, this can, if you have somebody come down and it's like, oh my gosh, a whirlwind is kind of going on and you're going, I don't know how to do my treatment properly. This is a good indicator when you sit down and you're like, I don't even know where to start with this person. I don't know what to do. I don't know what I'm going to do. It's a good indicator that their energy is not even on this planet and that you need to kind of bring them back down to space, back down to earth before you can have a really effective treatment. Then we'll also talk a little bit about the onks. These are really cool, especially when you're dealing with people who have had traumatic events involving love. Or with energies of the heart chakra, when you are dealing with people who have had traumatic events in their lives, or they are feeling really depleted in through their love. So these are really good help with that. We can also go into things like energy lines that pass through houses, and maybe that's for another class later. But that can be really cool as well. Then we have a beamer, and this was the first tool that I ever got back in high school. I think maybe even pre-high school, we would get this, and anytime we had a sports injury, we would just place it on there, and it was amazing how fast things would recover. So I had no idea what was going on, but I knew that if I got hurt, I was like, where's the beamer? So this is more of a 0-point energy indicator. So it's great for clearing energies. And even if you feel a pathway of different things, it's a good way to help circulate and manage energy that way. And then just a quick note on if you don't have something like this already, it's a good idea to get yourself some EMF protectors for energy, especially if you find yourself channeling energy quite a lot, or feeling different energies. Get one of these EMF protectors to be on all of your devices, just to decrease the amount of that extra added nervous system craziness that can definitely affect your nervous system as well. And actually they've kind of, well, I don't know who they are, but they've been talking a lot about EMF transmission being cancerous and whatnot. So yes.
Also kids in it, how it is doubling the effect of their instabilities and.
No, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty insane how all of this bombards us, and the more we get into it, the more we see its effectiveness.